Hey guys, Tuesday, July the 2nd. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a long weekend. Wasn't able to put out a video. Had to take my wife to the ER. She started having shortness of breath, so had to go to the ER to get that checked out. They released her. Nothing really, they're not real sure what caused it, and that's kind of disturbing. So anyway, we'll get the advertisements out of the way first. Of course, this is for trading education purposes only. Trade at your own risk. Do your own research and due diligence. Forex trading currencies is, you can lose all your money. Trading is very risky. And do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. So don't use mortgage payment, rent payment, food money, stuff for the kids. If you're doing that, please stop. And just do a demo and learn how to trade where it don't cost you anything. Until you can save up enough money to open a real trading account. Also, don't follow anybody blindly, and of course that includes me. So, we'll get started on the pound dollar. Let's see. I'm not in this trade, of course. But it really wasn't anything. I mean, there was a sale off this news, but it's, I don't like doing it off of that because it could retrace it, which is what it's done. So we'll keep an eye on this, but right now I'm not in it, nothing to do. This is the only thing I'm in is the Aussie dollar. And the only reason I'm in it, can anybody guess? See, there was a buy over here, there was a sell that was right in there, and that was off of news. And back came down into it, but where did it come back into? The buy arrows, which that low, that arrow candle is 06619. The low of this is 06633, which is 14 pips. Plus the spread, which is barely over 2, so basically $16 risk. Of course, mine is a 19. I didn't get perfect. Mine is 20, actually almost 20, 19.8 I think it was. But it took off half on the Aussie dollar. It's only 25 pips, but it's not really moving because it could be, this is resistance up here, so I'm going to be very, very careful because it has filled in half of that down move, which it'll do, and sometimes that'll push up a little bit more. But I got my stop at the low of this candle right here, so it's going to make money the second half regardless. I've already taken off 25, which was half the position on Aussie dollar because it doesn't move as much as everything else. Well, it does move as much as some of the others, but not as much as the pound yen, pound CAD, pound odd, all those. So this is the only one that I'm in, not in anything else. Pound CAD is in a sell. You had one opportunity here to sell. Because I was gone to the hospital and there, nothing to do. I don't have all this stuff on my phone. So I can't take any trades like that, be just guessing on my phone, so I don't like guessing. So anyway, this is a runaway buy, so I'm expecting it to come back down. Let's see, the low of the candle is 172.62. I'm expecting it to come down to about 173, somewhere in here, 06, close to 173. That's what I'm looking for an opportunity to go long. But so there's nothing to do here unless you're in the sale. If you are in this sale, depending on where you got in up here, you should have taken off some of your profit already, a position, and then move the rest of your position to break even plus a couple, and just follow this down. As it makes lower lows, then you can move it, but it's got to make a lower low than this low, which it hasn't done just yet. So pound yen, I only take sales. There is a sale set up there, but the setup is not there yet for me, so nothing to do on the pound yen. Euro New Zealand is in a sale. That was a good one again at the hospital. I can't see stuff on my phone. So that's that was a good sale right there. You could get out on either one of those with a low risk trade when the arrows show up. Pound New Zealand has made a sale as well, but it's not, the setup is not there for me just yet. So I'm not in that. New Zealand yen, there was a good sale right there, but it kind of ran away. But it has come back up to it for a second opportunity. So I'm looking for a sell high of that candle arrows is 98.38, and it come up to 19. So that's 19 plus 3 pips on top of that. That's 22. So it's within the striking distance. So I'm going to look at this for a possible sell during the Asian session tonight. And I think that's the only one I'm going to be looking at. The Euro Aussie, you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to sell, and it's kind of going sideways. It did go down where you could have got some of your position off, then moved your stop. But I'm not in this trade either, but you have a gap to fill right here. So I would think this is coming down in here to fill that gap, then I'll see what's going to happen from that point, because that's where we went to. You see that line going all the way across. That is a pivot, yearly pivot. Look where it went to. Right exactly to it. Nobody can tell me that them things are not important. That's why I use them. They're very important. There's your gap fill down in there. And this sale kind of, you had an opportunity to get in, but there could be a little retracement up before it comes down. If it comes on down, I'm going to look for a buy opportunity somewhere down in there. When the setup comes, it's got to come first, so nothing to do on that. Euro CAD's got the same thing. See, it's in the sale too, just like the Euro Aussie. Got a gap to fill down here, right down in here. So, and of course, that's a yearly pivot. Maybe squeeze that in so you can see it. See how we hung, bounced off, come back and touched it almost to the pip, and it took off. Yep, nobody can convince me the yearly pivot is not really important. So I'm going to look out for an opportunity on there somewhere down in here. Could retest this a little bit before EuroCAD heads up. So there's nothing to do for me on here unless it pushes up and gives me a low risk trade up into here. Then I'll take it. If not, it's got to come down into there. Pound Aussie. It kind of went sideways a little bit, just creeping up, just barely creeping up. See how it made a higher high, went down, barely made a higher high, went down, barely made a higher high, went down, barely made a higher high. It's not really done anything. So we're going to squeeze it. There was a sell, 1, 2, and another opportunity right there. The buy, see how it's ran straight away? I got to have a pullback back down into here before I can have another buy opportunity for me. So right now there's nothing to do on the Pound Aussie till it gets down into here. CAD Yen, I'm only looking for sales. It has made a sell setup, but the setup for me is not there just yet. Just because it's got the arrows don't mean I take it. It's got to be a setup. And I'm only looking for sales. Euro Yen, only looking for sales. There's one right there. If this creeps down, I may look for a sell. And this would be my stop. Right up here, the high of that highest candle right there. So I'll be watching that tonight. Aussie Yen, I'm going to be watching this for a sell as well, because it's up to the sell where I need it to be. And so I'm going to keep an eye on that in Asian session for a sell. It may or may not set up, so I have to watch it. But the only one I'm in right now is the Aussie dollar. And I could get stopped out because I'm right here. And I'm at a spot where there's going to be resistance, and it could push up just a little bit higher before the sell-off comes. So I'm going to really watch it. If it takes out that high after this little low, if it goes up and takes out the high, I'm going to move the stop to right there, tighten it up, just because of that. So that's everything on it. If anybody's got any questions or comments, feel free to go to the video, under the video in the comment section. That's where you put your question or comment in there. For those who haven't subscribed, first of all, if you don't know how I trade, I do Forex swing trading. Don't do day trading, even though at times there is a trade during the day, my session, which is in New York session. But I do Forex swing trading. I've done it. I started in 2006, became successful in 2007, and have done it ever since, 17 years. So no reason to quit. So, and for the subscribers, you subscribe, and I only ask this because it just lets me know that I'm helping somebody, which I hope I am. I'm helping people in their trading journey to be able to get to the point where they become successful, and then you don't need me anymore. So that's the whole point of this. I'm not trying to get a ton of subscribers like the 95% or more on YouTube do. So that way they get paid by YouTube. It's supposed to be about trading. If I get 10,000 subscribers and I'm teaching people and they're making money and retiring and don't have to follow me no more, that's great and wonderful. If I don't, that's great and wonderful too. So I'm planning on having another video for you guys tomorrow. So everybody that's in a trade, please monitor your trades closely. Hopefully you've taken off some profit, whatever you have it set at, whether it's an eighth, a fourth, a third, a half, 3/4, whatever it is. You have to make that choice what the number is that's for you to be comfortable at. I'm not making that for you. I just do it because that's what makes me comfortable, is a half. So hope everybody has a good night, and we'll be back tomorrow.